mostly in the West Coast, and some of the Vietnamese and some groups are concentrated in the Midwest and the middle part of the country. It's kind of an idea of where we are, and then a lot of Chinese are in the northeast part of the United States. And now we'll come to this a little bit about the Asian American Heritage Celebration. Why do we do, and what does it mean? A little bit of history. In 1977, United States House passed a resolution by two representatives, one Frank Horton of New York and Norman Mineta. I said he has been a trailblazer from California, calling for a celebration of Asian American heritage. The same year, 1977, United States also, Senate also passed a resolution brought by Daniel Inouye and Spot Matsuka. Both of them are Hawaii senators. Both of them are Asian descent. And then the next year, President Jimmy Carter signs into a law, basically the joint resolution, celebrating the first day, 10 days in May, as the Asian Pacific American Heritage. Then in 1990, former President George H.W. Walker Bush extends it to a month-long celebration. And since Bush onwards, every president, including President Obama, has issued proclamations and considering this to be a month. May is the Asian American month. Why did we choose May? There are some historical reasons. Two of them I'm going to give. Historically, look at the date. It's May 7, 1843. First group of Japanese arrived in the West Coast. It happened May 7, 1843. There's also in 1850s, there's somebody from India comes to the East Coast. And then completion of the transcontinental railway by Chinese labor happens in May, completed in May 10. These are one of the main reasons why we chose May. As I said, first 10 days of May was celebrated. Then from President Bush onwards, it is extended to a month. For nation and the states, cities and local, for example, both Governor Charlie Crist and Scott have declared May to be the Asian Awareness Month in Florida. Our Tallahassee Mayor John Marks has been proclaiming this every year for the last 6 or 7 years, and in various local communities do that. You are going to see a video past this where we are collaborating with the Leon County School District, and two events are happened in this month. One happened last week in Montfort Middle School. The other event is going to happen in Cobb Middle School, where the children come and perform. Leon County School is very supportive of this. The idea is teach the young children. The people who do not look like you also have the same kind of heart, same kind of enthusiasm, same kind of interest in everything. That is, we'll go through a little bit of that, and there's a video you'll see after that. And every year we select a theme. This year's theme is striving for excellence in leadership, diversity and inclusion. And some of the things are Asian Americans, as you saw in the beginning of the presentation, is the fastest growing minority not only in the US, also in the state of Florida. And we are coming from, as I said, about 25 countries, and one of the most diverse groups of people, and with a rich culture, language, and heritage. Many of them are calling Florida and the United States a permanent home. I came here 25 years ago. I've been living in Florida, in Tallahassee for the last 20 years. This is my home. This is where my child is growing up. They create jobs, wealth, and knowledge. Asian Americans are represented both professional jobs, academicians, business owners, entrepreneurs. I mean, I don't want to go through all the people who started businesses both in Florida and in the U.S. Many of them are entrepreneurs both in Silicon Valley and in Florida. They are well educated and high earners. They occupy and represent critical and strategic positions in the state and public. Many are great role models because, as you know, sometimes we are dealing with younger generation. We want somebody other than athletes we want to follow, because athletes are great, but they represent one small segment. We want more people, young children, to follow. Many of the Asian Americans are very great role models for our children. Therefore, this is one opportunity. And then, why do we do this? Our society is becoming very diverse. As you see in this room, there are many of you come from various backgrounds. And learning learning basic concepts, others removes misinformation and prejudice. Understanding others instills a respect for other groups, and informing people without condemning others educates everyone. Dr. Clyde Diao and we have been involved in doing a program called Experience Asia. This year is the 8th year. That is the second biggest free outdoor event in Tallahassee. We attract anywhere between 14 to 16,000 people every year. It happens in the Chains of Park in Tallahassee. This year we are hosting it October 6th, Saturday, non-football Saturday, morning till evening, non-stop cultural events, hands-on training, activities for children, adults, Asian food will be there. And this is what Clyde's and my dream is, to make ourselves accessible to average citizens. Come and look at us. We may look, dress differently, eat maybe a little bit more spicy food than you eat, but inside we are all the same. That's the idea. Some of the things I wrote about is, I mean, if you come and look at some of the programs you see, it is entertaining, and also some of the cultures you learn helps you out. These are all very nice in terms of the entertainment, but there's also other things in your pocketbook. For example, we are in a global economy. If somebody makes a widget cheaper than you are going to make, that's going to be made in that country, right? That's what we are seeing in the US. Almost many jobs are being outsourced or outshored, or whatever you want to call it. That's going to happen whether we like it or not. We would like to save money, therefore we would like to spend anything, we would like to save money, therefore we would like to spend less money on everything. Therefore it's going to be made somewhere else. Therefore, if you know about India, if you know about Philippines, if you know about Indonesia, you may be able to form a business relationship. You may be able to travel there and see things. You may establish your own business there. You may have a partners there. Therefore, gives you an opportunity. Many times when somebody looks different, you do not want to approach them, but it turned out to be the best offers today. Most of the United States, as you know, the cell phone penetration is something like 98%. You're not going to sell any more cell phones to any more people, right? But in India and China, it's only 50% of the cell phones have been sold. Now, you have big business opportunity like places like Pakistan, Philippines, and Africa, where you go and sell this thing. That means you need to know what they want, what kind of products they would like to. You cannot sell a $10 Gillette razor to an Indian. He's not going to buy it. It has to be a cheap one so that they can use it. That $10 is probably his monthly income. But you want to learn that, and that is very beneficial to you if you learn the